Hello guys, si Kersan Velasco ulit ito at welcome sa episode 7 ng laro tayo ng Shadowrun Hong Kong Extended Edition. So, tuloy natin yung game natin. So, matapos yung last episode guys, nakawala rin tayo sa pasaway na Matrix run. So ngayon, pagkatapos natin kausapin si Kindly Cheng, sinabi niya tayo na matulog muna para makapagpahinga. Next day na lang ulit mag-usap. So, basahin ko muna to. Hey yoy, it's hard to shake off the walled city. Its gravity clings to you as if wretchedness itself had grown tentacles. The sound of suffering subsides, but their echoes still from your insides. Gabat worked slowly, headed down and both hands on her stomach. Whispering a conversation, someone else. So yan, Kasi guys, dito kaya naiba yung dialogue si Gobet imbis na si Isobel. Kasi tapos nung episode natin guys, inulit ko yung run para makuha ko lahat mabuksan ko yung isang pinto na hindi natin nabuksan nun. Kasi sabi sa guide para mabuksan yan, kailangan ko si Gobet eh. May kakausapin kang spirit energy para mabuksan yung pinto, yung isang pinto na nasa underground yung sa dulo, hindi natin nabuksan nun. Kaya ngayon, yan. Nung huling episode, may isang karma point lang tayo tirang. Ngayon, dalawa na. Kasi may additional karma point yun eh, pag nabuksan mo yung pintuan na yun eh. So, ngayon, tuloy natin. So, return to Kindly Check. Nagawa natin. Get some sleep. So, puntahan natin yung hideout ni na Gobet. Yung sasabi nila yung tulugan nila. Saan na? Hanapin natin yan. Saan siya? Saan ang direction? Dito? Saan banda? Ayun, ito. Okay, tulugan nila barko. Okay, ano yan? Bolt hole? Ano yun? The original name has been sloppily painted over with black paint, newer but somewhat weathered. Weathered character. The original name has been sloppily painted over with black paint. Newer but somewhat weathered characters have been painted in bold brushstrokes and read bolt hole. Yung pangalan ng barko. Okay, So, dito. Okay yung hideout nila. Improvement kesa do sa Dragonfall. You two can bank here for a while. She nods with her nose towards a hatch. You've each got a head to take care of. Your necessities. Try to knock before you enter someone else's, okay? Seriously. I know the drill. Who turns to you? Stinks of fish, just like that place we squatted at on Leary Avenue back when we were kids. The one with that Aztlan yung mga yung mga technologies, yung mga sa Seattle, Aztlan family and their dog. I remember it being a dump. You hated that dog? I hated that dog. They were good people. Sige. Yeah, until the 162s decided they wanted the place. He wipes his nose with the gloved hand. They were good people, so sorry that had to happen to them. He drops his arms, and this has been one Shit stain of a day. Time to end it. The orc turns to you, raises an eyebrow. Anything... Orc ba si ano? Orc din ba si Goblin? Anything you need before I leave you to it? Is it just you and Isabel living here? Is there a place for my stuff? How'd you get your hands on this place? I'm gonna grab some sack time too. Think I'll have a look around. Sige, ito na muna. Yeah. Goblet's mouth screws up a bit. Now that Nightjar and gunshot are gone, it's just us. The squeal of metal grinding on metal rips through the boat. It sounds like it's coming from the level below. And the creepy Russian guy renting the engine room downstairs. Nothing to worry about. He mostly keeps to himself. She checks her PTA. He'll stop soon. He's usually quiet by now. Is there a place for my stuff? Tanong natin isa-isa. Yeah, check the locker over there. You can stash your stuff in it. No one will touch your things in there. And it's a lot bigger than it looks. Okay, how'd you get your hands on this place? How do people like us get our hands on anything? We found it. Found open close ano yun? Quotations. You found it empty? He sweeps his eyes across the cabin. The doubt is plain on his face. Somebody abandoned a prime piece of real estate like this? She shrugs. Close enough. It was full of BTL junkies when we came across it. They were completely wigged out. They were completely wigged out on some multiplayer cyber game. Multiplayer cyber game. Ano? Fortnite? I'm not sure they even chipped out of it. They were completely emaciated, stewing in piles of their own shit. Their eyes had sunk into their skulls. Pretty gruesome stuff. They racked up a killer score though. Killer score. So either Call of Duty or Fortnite. True. They had the moves. Should have hung on TV while they were playing though. Turns out, nutrition is important. So what happened? Did they die? He shrugs. Nightjar ran them out. Not sure what happened to them after that. Anyway, it's ours now. Auntie Cheng says so. All but the engine room, you mean? Right, everything but that. Auntie rented it out from under us. That must have pissed you off. She shrugs. Whatever, we weren't using it. As long as our downstairs neighbor keeps to himself, he can have the lower level, especially if it keeps Auntie Cheng happy. I'm gonna think I'll have a look around muna. Okay, but get some sleep soon. You look like you could use it. We'll go see you kindly in the morning. Figure out our next move. So, save muna natin dito. Baka mamaya, para hindi tayo mamaya may magawa tayong hindi tama eh. So, save ko lang ulit yung isang save file ko. Okay. So, doon tayo pupunta. Tapos ito. Waterfront. Lalabas na yung labasan. So, asan yung sinasabing locker? Hindi natin ma-access yung computer. Bunk. Stash. Okay, yung item na to. Wala naman eh. bunk. Dito tulugan. So, ito, ano tong room na to? Kanina to? Sino to? Si Duncan. Room ko, tapos kay Duncan to. So, pasapin nga natin si Duncan. Hey, Asalevanar, I got some things I gotta take care of here. Let's talk later. Okay. Stairs. Hatch. Si Isabel. Masapin natin. Come back later. Come back later, Tank. I'm busy. Ayaw nyo kapag-usap pa. Explore lang muna tayo. Sino to? Si Gabet. Okay. Hey, Seattle. I'm not really in the mood to hang out right now. Every stuff going on, you know. It'll be fine. But for the time being, I'd rather we'll talk later though. Wala na siya dito kanina. Umalis na siya nung after nung mag-usap. So, since wala nang gagawin for now, sige, tulog na muna. Tulog na. The cot in your cabin is neatly made, with crisp-looking sheets and an insulated plastic blanket. A fine layer of dust coats its surface. It's been a long time since anybody slept here. Okay, go to sleep. You climb into the cot and worm your way under the sheets. They've been starched, stiff as boards, but you've slept beneath worse. The lice and bedbugs that plagued your old prison cell are mercifully absent here, and the salt air is fresher than the rancid stink of the Redmond Barrens. The moment your head hits the pillow, exhaustion sets in. You can barely keep your eyes open. Sleep washes over you like a warm bath, and everything goes black. Okay, natulog yun ah. Everything goes black. Ano to? Ayan. Nangyari. Nangyari dun? The dream is suffocating. The shifting tunnel of glass and steel, the towering silhouette of dark majesty, the shadowy doorway, and the teeth. They snap at your heels as you claw your way back to consciousness. Ano yun? You open your eyes to Duncan looming over you. He shakes your shoulder roughly. Azaleb Enhar, come on Azaleb Enhar, wake up. We gotta go talk to kindly. The others have already left. What's your problem, Duncan? That was one rough night. Was I drooling? Ito na lang. He lets go of your shoulder, cocks a thumb at the hatch. We gotta go. I've been trying to wake you for a while now. You were thrashing around in your sleep. Ano ba naman kasi yung panaginipan eh? Thrashing around? Thanks, let's get going. We don't want to keep a mob boss waiting. Glad you did. I was having one hell of a nightmare. O to, sige. Sabihin natin sa kanya. He reaches up and rubs the back of his neck. Yeah, I didn't sleep well either. I had a bad dream last night too. What about? You okay? Ito na lang muna. I'll survive. His fingers hit a knot. He winces. But man, nothing's gone right since we stepped foot in this country. I'll tell you something though, and this is after a full night's sleep. I don't believe Ray's dead. He's dead, Duncan. You heard the news report. You saw the surveillance footage. I hope you're right, but I gotta say it doesn't look good. What makes you say that? O sige, ito sa, ano natin, tingnan natin yung deductive powers niya kung may point. Think about it. That statement from the cops on the newscast could be fake. Ours was. And that surveillance footage. We never saw Raymond get shot. The camera was hit by stray gunfire. His passion is intense, but contained focused. Raymond's alive, Aslev Anhar. I knew it. You make a good case, Officer Wu. So what do you want to do now? Raymond is dead, Duncan. We need to accept that and move on. Sige, ito. So what do we do now? So what do you want to do now? I don't know. Wait for Ali to turn up, I guess. He smiles. His teeth are white and straight and perfect. I'm just the muscle, remember? You're the brains of this outfit. Just like when we were kids. Yung soundtrack parang ano. Yung soundtrack sa background parang ano. Shadowrun Returns parang remix. God, I feel like I'm 12 years old again. Squatting on a stinking crawler. My partner's gone. Raymond's gone. Hell, I'm gone. I don't even have a name anymore. And now I can't even go to sleep and hide from it all without having a nightmare. His jaw tightens and his teeth grind so loud you can hear it. What else is gonna be taken away from me? You still have that piercing you got in Tacoma. Hold it together, Duncan. Nothing. It's time for us to turn the tables. Do some taking of our own. I'm here, Duncan, and I'm not going anywhere. So ito na lang. Wu's head cocks like he's got the scent of something. I've heard that tone before. What are you talking about, Aslev Anhar? Isn't it obvious? Look around. We're sinless, living in the shadows, dealing with criminals. What tone? I don't have a tone. Don't be dense, Duncan. That old woman is setting us up. Hindi ako sigurado dito, so ito na lang. Wu is silent for a moment. All you get is a blank expression. You're thinking of becoming a Shadowrunner? He says it without judgment, just a statement of fact. What do you think that jaunt into the World City? What do you think that jaunt into the World City for? What do you think that jump into the World City was? I think we already are Shadowrunners. Aren't you? Ito na lang. He crosses his arms, considering. It was a test. The Triad Woman was testing us. Shadowrunners. Oh man, I have to think about this. He shakes his head slowly. Let's out a groan. This isn't the way it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to be a cop. Hindi na ngayon. You get to keep your gun. That's something. That was then. This is now. And I want a pony, but we played the cards we're dealt. Ito na lang. He drops his hands to his hips and takes a couple of deep breaths. That's right. It's like Ray always said. Shut up, Duncan, and let Aslev and her do the talking. Life is improvisation. When the winds of change blow, some people build walls, others build windmills. Ito maganda to. He chuckles finally. Raymond never said that. It was our housekeeper, Mrs. Maloney. She had it tattooed on her back, right? How'd you see it? Oh yeah, right. Never liked her. Me either. He checks his watch. Gabet and Isabel left a while ago. We should get going too. See what that Triad lady has to say. Okay. Habang dialogue nun Okay, so puntahan natin si Kindly Cheng. Okay, get some sleep. Return to Kindly Cheng. Meet with Kindly Cheng ulit. Okay. tayo dito. Ito. Mali na click ko. Save. Kindly place flicks of stale cigar smoke and fresh urine. The clicking of mahjong tiles is strangely absent. In its place is a low murmur of laughter and an air of eager anticipation. All eyes are focused on the groaning figure kneeling bloody and bound at the feet of kindly Cheng. Ano yun? May nahuli silang ano? She beckons to him with her finger, and he struggles towards her. The loud rustling of the plastic tarp crackling under his knees as he moves. She beckons to him with her finger, and he struggles towards her. The loud rustling of the plastic tarp crackling under his knees as he moves. His pants are wet with fear. An acetylene torch lies on the table at Cheng's right hand. Crap. Ano yan? Kindly Cheng ignores the scene. He behaves as if all is right in the world. How did you sleep, my little ones? Like a baby, Auntie. I'm still in the afterglow of our tour of the world city. Not too well, Auntie Cheng. I had a bad dream. Fine, thanks. What's with the guy on the floor? Oh, eto na lang, direkta. Huwag na natin siya huwag na natin sabihin yung problema. She indicates the kneeling man with an incline of her nose. Shitbird here is a plain-clothes cop. He snuck into the area last night while you were sleeping, hoping to find you and kill you before his competition got to you first. My men found him outside the trawler you were sleeping on. They saw to it that your rest was undisturbed and that your location remained a mystery. She nods her head back towards the pillar of meat standing behind her. You can thank Mr. Bao for that. Not at the stranger. Bao? Ignore him. Thank you for guaranteeing our safety, Mr. Bao. So you're the right watchman now. So you're the night watchman now. Buddy, thanks. Andito siya sa likod. So. Okay, not na lang. Bao inclines his head 1/4 of an inch. She addresses the bloody man on his knees. Now, shitbird, tell my friends here what you told me. Hong Kong police force officer. I don't know anything. I swear, we just got the orders in last night. He pushes his head towards you and moves from the floor, struggling to keep his balance. Somebody high up wants these two dead. The whole department is on it. I don't know anything else. Someone from high up? The old woman lifts her foot, taps his chin with the toe of her shoe. How high? The cop looks up at her, looks around at the room, filled with tried soldiers. One of them opens his coat and shows the cop something inside. He closes it slowly and winks. The cop drops his head to his chest. All the way up. It's someone on the council. Council? So ano yan? Sinetap tayo for what reason? Someone on the executive council wants these two dead? Cheng spits on him with a sneer. Fuck your ancestors to the generation. Give me the truth. Kindly Cheng shuffles closest. uh, Kindly Cheng shuffles close to the kneeling cop, reaches down and strokes his head with her hand. Then she slowly digs her fingers into scalp. She pulls back hard until his chin points high. The triad boss leans in close and searches his eyes with her own. That's all he's got. She lets go of his head and smooths his buzz-cut hair with her hand. For whatever reason, last night, someone on the executive council of the Free Enterprise Zone ordered the Hong Kong police force to kill two nobodies from Seattle. I find that fascinating, don't you? Oo nga, pati nga nagtataka eh. Not really. Corporations can just order the cops to kill people here. Yes, but why the heck? Why head the ano? Yes, but why the need to label us international terrorists? I call that some messed up shit. Uh, ito na lang. Seattle isn't like Hong Kong. There the megacorps control the government. Here the corps are the government. So corporate ano to? Anong dahilan? Yan ang tanong. Bakit tayo sinetap? The exec council is chosen by the corporate board of governors. They're basically the legislative and executive branches of the Hong Kong government. In one tiny package, 8 people call all the shots, neat and efficient. Kylie Cheng steps back from the cup and lights one of her thin black cigars. For the wage slaves and the civilian sheep, the corporations are a pantheon of gods who wield absolute power. She looks around the room, but not for us. The triad woman takes a long pull from her cigar and taps her ash on the kneeling cop's head. Who else knows about my guest's visit to Hey Heyoy, shitbird? No one, madam. I hadn't called it in yet. I wanted the kill for myself. No one knows they're here. I swear it. Talaga lang ha? She turns to her enforcer. Mr. Bao? Bao fiddles with the PDA in his meaty hands. He's telling the truth. No outgoing calls on his PDA. PDA pero ngayon cellphone ng tawag dyan. Very good. Thank you, Bao. She nods at the cop. Thank you for your honesty. In one smooth motion, pinatay na. In one smooth motion, Strangler Bao produces a silenced pistol, fires it once into the policeman's head, and replaces it in his jacket. His face never changes expression. Looks like the triads can be just as efficient. I was wondering what we were going to do with him. What the hell? That was a cop. Ito na lang. Cheng takes a drag on her cigarette. Indicates the body. He knew, my darling. He knew, my darling. He knew. She balances her cigar on her shot glass, picks up some mahjong tiles and begins playing with them absently. It is clear our friend Raymond Black was up to something involving the walled city. Something having to do with prosperity. Ayun nga ang tanong, anong prosperity na yon? And this executive council member wanted Raymond dead for it. She stacks her tiles one by one. Click clack. Actually, feeling ko para siyang nag-ano eh. Parang naghuhula siya gamit yung cards. Kumbaga parang ano, parang anong tawag doon? Ano ba yun yung anong tawag doon? Teka, dali lang guys. Ano sa utak ko, dali lang. Hindi makapag-concentrate, hindi ko alam na yan. Kung ano, hindi ko matandaan yung tawag. Teka, sa Vampire Survivors ang tawag doon yung Arcana cards. Ano yun? Teka, hindi makapag-concentrate. Sakit sa ulo, teka. Hanapin, hindi makapag-concentrate kasi. Teka, hanapin ko lang sa, anong tawag lang, teka. Check ko sa phone ko. Ayun, tarot. Tarot cards. Imbis na tarot cards ang ginagamit niya, yung mahjong tiles. Now they want you dead. 42. Click. This plastic face man may show up on your door one day too. She knocks the pile over and it clatters to the table loudly. I have a proposal for you, my sweets. A smile lights up her dead black eyes. Work for me. Yun nga. Actually, yun na lang yata option talaga eh. With nightjar and gunshot dead, I find myself with two job openings. Fill them. I have need of deniable assets here. Players unaffiliated with the triads who can take care of some of the more unsavory business needs about town. You've proven yourselves resourceful, and you have no existing connections here. That can be a positive in this line of work. See, Duncan, I knew it. She wants us to become Shadowrunners. Shadowrunners, huh? What a surprise. This line of work sounds dangerous. Shadowrunners, ito na lang. Wu grunts, his jaw tightens, but he stays quiet. In exchange, I will keep you safe from pests like this one. She nods at the body of the floor. She nods at the body of the dapat off on yan eh, on the floor. The pool of blood on the plastic wrap continues to widen. You'll have safe harbor here in my town, and a steady source of income. She picks up a handful of tiles again, and while you dip your toes into the waters of corporate espionage, organized crime, and clandestine mercenary actions, I will employ my network to find to find the plastic-faced man and gather information about Raymond Black, where he's been, who he's talked to, who stood to gain from his death, what this prosperity could be. What's in it for you? You're putting out a lot of effort to help a pair of foreigners. Uh, Sige, direkta, tanong na natin. Obvious naman doon din papunta yun eh. Besides the money and the benefits of helping others in my community, I need to learn who killed one of my clients and order the cops to execute my team of Shadowrunners. Her voice drops and she becomes deadly serious. This is a brazen disregard of my power. Fate dictates it must be confronted, or I stand to lose everything. How would the arrangement work? We're Westerners, isn't that a liability in this business? We need to find out who killed Raymond and why. Ito na lang, sige. And we shall, my sweet. She leans in. Work with me. Allow me to help you make money. Let my network work for you and help you find out what you've gotten yourselves into. Without my help, you won't last a day out there. You're completely out of your depth, I'm afraid. You need a partner. Candy Cheng will be your partner. Eh wala na tayo ibang mapupuntahan eh, hindi na choice eh. Wu's hands go to his hips. He drops his head and shakes it a little amused. It was just like you said, Azlev and Har. Shadowrunners, glad I had some time to think about it. Process. He grips the back of his neck, squeezes hard, rips his hand away. Ah, fuck it. I'm not a cop anymore. That guy's dead. He nods. The decision's made. I'm in. What about you? I'm in too. I didn't have anything back home anyway. There's good money in the shadows. It's about time I cashed in. I'm in until I can clear my name and get the hell out of Hong Kong. I'm gonna find out who killed Raymond. Someone's gonna pay. I think Ray's still alive too. Let's run the shadows and figure out what happened to him. Ito na lang. Hindi natin alam kung buhay talaga eh. Feeling ko hindi na eh. Sige, pero sige, kampihan natin siya. Raymond is alive, I'm sure of it. So I'll run the shadows as long as Auntie Cheng keeps up her end of the bargain and help us fight and help us figure out what really happened to him. Then I'm gonna find my father. Ay, ano? Tama. Duncan, I'm your father. Then it's done. Heya is now open to you. She gestures to her lieutenant, who raises a finger to her ear and whispers into her sleeve. First order of business, Azalev and Sohak, and Duncan Wu don't exist anymore. You'll need street names. Wu sighs. Yeah, okay, I'll think of something. Indeed. I knew that was gonna stick. It has stuck. Gavet Isabel will ha- will Gavet Isabel will handle this the same way we did with all your previous work. She didn't say nightjar. All the jobs I lined up for you will be sent to your computer on the squat boat. She's pointing at you. I got it. My computer, I'm not the leader type. Why me? Okay, I got it. Why him? It's a simple process of elimination. She points to the little decker. Isabel isn't the leader type. You got that right. She moves her finger to the orc girl. As for Gavet, let's just say Gavet doesn't have a head for business. Not my thing. Then she rests her finger on Wu. And then there's Gansho. She wiggles it. The jury's out on Mr. Gansho. Her response is direct, straightforward, meaning there's a lot going on within that head of yours right now, and I'm not sure I can trust you. So I'm in charge because I'm the best of the worst? Gansho will be fine, trust me. Jury's out with me too, Duncan. You're a new you're a raw you're a new a raw nerve, and I'm gonna have to keep my eye on you. Gansho will be fine, trust me. Kindly Cheng makes eye contact with you and holds it. She keeps it steady for a long time. Wu doesn't notice. Don't worry, I'll be cool, Aslab and her. Okay then, I guess I'm running the show. I'm running the show. I had a I had the handle back in the Baron's tank. I had a handle back in the Baron's tank. Guess it's time I dusted it off. Aslab and her Sohok doesn't exist anymore. Call me Tank. Sige, ito na lang. Wu shakes his head, eyebrows raised. Gonna be weird calling you Tank, Ken. Haven't called you that since we were kids. Gabet looks from Isabel to Wu to you. I guess this is our new crew. The rat on her shoulders scurries to the top of her head for a better view. Welcome to the shadows, Tank. Okay. Activate the mission computer. So, balik na tayo sa ano. Kanong cash natin? 2,149. Kaya natin bumalik doon sa ano. Ay, teka. Crew advancement available. As you lead your team through the shadows, your companions will continue to develop and learn new combat skills. Clicking the icon in the menu, clicking in the lower right hand corner of the screen will open the crew advancement menu. When this icon is highlighted, one or more of your companions is eligible eligible to learn a new combat skill. At each advancement level, you can choose one of two possible combat skills for each of your runners. Choose wisely. Ayan, pareho sa ano, sa Dragonfall. May ganyan din dun eh. Okay, so ito muna si Gobet. Ano tong option 1? Range combat. Dito na lang muna tayo sa ano. Focus tayo sa strengths niya. Ano? ano, hindi siya mawawala ng control sa mga ano, sa mga hawak niyang spirits. So, okay na yan, sige. Okay. Si Duncan, ano yan? Lethal Force. Gain ability firepower round. Ayan. Assault rifle, crowd control. Sige, dahil nga ano ako eh. Ako yung close combat fighter eh. So, kailangan ko ng ano para mas maganda yung damage ko. So, sige yan. Okay. Ako na lang yung ano, hacker. Ito na lang, ako na lang yung decker. So, mini launcher ka na lang. Confirm mo. Are you sure that you want to confirm these selections? This action cannot be undone. Okay. Okay. So, balik tayo sa, check mo na yung time. Okay, tama-tama, malapit na rin mag-timer eh. So, balik tayo sa mission computer tapos end na natin doon. Hatch. Mamaya ko na-activate yung computer. So, explore muna tayo. Kausapin natin yung mga kakampi natin. Save muna. Kasapin ko muna si Duncan. Whose cabin appears to be the only clean spot on the bolt hole. His equipment is neatly laid out on his bedding, grouped by type, arranged just so. He's currently in the process of cleaning his weapon with meticulous care. Well, that's that, I guess. We're runners now. Yep. Think it's time to catch up. I forgot to ask about benefits. Think we get medical and dental care? Something on your mind, Gancho? Ito na lang muna. Could be. He stops for a moment, stares at the weapon in his hand. That's why I'm maintaining my equipment. It helps me focus. It helps me focus my brain. Work through stuff. He sighs, lowers the rifle. Now's as good a time as any. I guess. Now's as good a time as any, I guess. Where do you want to start? I want to talk about Rayman. Let's talk about being Shadowrunners. I can't get the dream. I can't get that dream that I had out of my head. You said you had one too, right? So, ito muna. Yeah, yours sounded like a nasty one. I don't remember much about mine. I was pretty creeped out by our run into the walled city. Between that and all the drama, I'd be surprised if I didn't have a nightmare. He shrugs. Timer na nga. Tapusin ko na itong dialogue options na to. Was the walled city in your dream? What do you remember about yours? Did it feel any different from other nightmares you've had? Teka, timer na eh. End ko lang. Save na natin. So, next episode, tuloy natin itong pagkausap natin sa mga crew natin. Kasi kagaya sa Dragonfall, pag hindi natin kinausap yung mga crew members natin, may mamimiss tayo eh. Okay. Okay guys, kaya Sean Belasa signing off. Sa episode na lang ulit.